Hello guys, welcome back to Inside Electronics. So this is going to be a quick video about a particular feature involved in these kind of cheap Chinese multimeters. Now if you're the kind of person who has ever worked with electronics as a hobbyist or as a professional or whatever it is, chances are you might have started with a meter that looks something similar to this one. A basic cheap Chinese meter that took your interest, and from here is where you might have started your journey. Now I do have a lot of these kind of meters, and for a normal person is going to use only these particular functions like the voltage, AC voltage, DC voltage, current, probably resistance of course, and continuity. Chances are 99% of the time kind of ignore these two functions. This is for the HFE, the gain, and this particular function. Now HFE is for calculating the gain of transistors, which is why this special socket is here, and you can find these in almost any kind of multimeters. It doesn't matter which brand it is. You can see these two are of two different manufacturers, but basically they both are essentially the same. So irrespective of the brands, they all have these kind of extra functions. Now what do you know about this one? What do you think it is, this one, the square wave? So if you're a kind of person that has some interest in electronics, chances are you might have turned the switch to this position and connected an LED at the output across the knobs and wondered why it is not lighting up. Perhaps nothing will show up on the display as well. So what is it? Initially, when I started my journey of electronics, I tried applying some signals into this just to see whether it displays something, you know, that is relevant to frequency or something like that, but it didn't do anything at all. So it cannot light up an LED directly. It is not a frequency counter of any sort. So what is it? So that is what I'm here to explain. So if you're the kind of person who works with basic electronic circuit like digital circuits or analog circuits, then chances are you don't require this particular function, and especially because this is a kind of function that is specially dedicated for those people who work with amplifiers and things like that, because this is a signal injector. This is not a kind of measuring tool or anything, measuring function or anything. This is a signal injector. What does it mean? It means that this is an output of a square wave of some sort. Now I will show you in the next clip how the square wave is actually looking like, what is the frequency, what are the features of that. That clip is coming soon. Before that, let me show you what I mean. So this function is actually an audible output. It's not audible directly, but it is a very low amplitude signal, a square wave. It's not a proper square wave, which you will see in the next clip. So to explain that, to show how to demonstrate that, I'll be keeping both the meters in that one. It does not matter which one it is, but there is a significance difference between these two, which you will understand when it comes to the second clip. So here I have a auxiliary cable, and I have my amplifier turned on. You may be able to see the green light in here. This is the normal amplifier that I use, you know, while watching things on mobile and things like that. And if I attach the probe of this one, this is the ground probe, the negative, to here, the common, and if I touch this one, let me increase the volume, and if I connect it here, I hope you can hear that. And you can see it displays nothing in the screen as well. So that is the sound of this one. And now take a look at this one. Again, this is also in that same mode. There is quite a difference in the tone generated by these two. That is because both of them are outputting a different frequency of signal, and that is what we are going to see in the next clip. What is the difference between same function of different branded meters? So this is basically what it is. It is a signal injector. This function can actually be used when you are testing amplifiers and basically any audio circuit that needs an input to see whether the output is coming or not. So it's a kind of special feature that is included in these kind of meters for testing audio circuits basically. And there are some Chinese meters that does not have it. It just replaces this function with something else, like some meters. This is already a cheap meter, and some meters which are even cheaper than this one. I think I bought this one for around 120 rupees or something. There are meters that are available for 80 rupees and things like that, and in such meters this function does not exist, and instead it gets replaced by a separate diode test mode. So this won't be there. Instead there will be a separate continuity and diode mode, just the way of cutting cost in an already cheaper unit. So that is all regarding the working and demonstration of what that really is. Now let me move on to the actual side, where I will show you how the signal looks like in a CRO, what are the properties of it, etc. So let's move on to the clip right now. So here's the setup. Here are the two meters that I'm going to test. I have a multimeter and the CRO ready to use. First of all, let's connect it to this Meko True RMS multimeter, which is now kept in the frequency measurement mode. And when I turn this to the square wave output, you can see we are getting a signal of around 60 Hz, 60.2, 60.3, like that. So basically it's a 60 Hz signal that we are getting. So to measure the amplitude of this one, let's put it into voltage mode, and you can see it is around 320 millivolt DC. So it's basically a DC signal, but it has an AC component. You can see it's showing around 1.7 volts in the AC mode. So I think it has some AC components as well. So for a better understanding, let's connect it to the CRO and let's see how the signal actually looks like in the CRO, how clean the signal is, and how the frequencies, whether it's pure square wave or things like that. So let me connect it to the CRO and I shall come back after that. So here's the meter now connected to the CRO. You can see a square wave on the screen, and it is actually an AC square wave. I'm surprised to see that, because it is actually a DC system and it is putting out an AC signal with an RMS of around 172 and a peak to peak of around 400-500 millivolts, somewhere in the region of 300, and basically that is what I believe the Meko was showing as the DC voltage range. You can see the scope is in AC coupling mode, and this is how the signal basically looks like. It is not a pure square wave. You can see it has some kind of noise in it, but it is still putting out a square wave. Now let's put this meter to the test, and as again for the initial assessment, I'm using the Meko in the Hertz mode for the readings, and here we go. So here it is now down to the square wave output, and the frequency is 10 Hz lower. It's a 50 Hz signal basically, and that's the reason why when I connected both of these to the amplifier, you might have noticed a difference in the sound. And this explains why, because one is a 60 Hz signal and the other one is a 50 Hz signal. This one again, it has a 400 millivolt DC, 300 to 400 millivolt DC output. Again, let's measure it with the scope and let's verify whether it's correct or not. So I'm going to connect it to the scope just like that, and let's see what the scope has to say about the signal. And again, here you can see a square wave with kind of AC square wave and with a much lower amplitude. The RMS is just 41 millivolts, and again the peak to peak is somewhere in the region of 170 millivolts, but the Meko was actually showing somewhere in the region of 300 to 400 millivolts DC. So I'm not sure what is the deal about all those things. Let's actually verify once again by changing the coupling mode to DC, whether it makes any difference or not. Again, nothing much. Basically the RMS and peak to peak remains the same. So I'm not sure why the Meko was showing. Was the Meko wrong? I don't know, because that is really a good meter. So if you know what is happening about, in the AC or DC modes like that, just let me know in the comments below. So basically that is it. That is regarding the square wave output of these two meters. Thanks for watching. See you in another video.